Aloha and welcome, Soul Ohana Soul family. I hope that this finds you doing well. I'm gonna give us 3 tones here just to cleanse and open the space. Nevertheless, I am Kapualani. For those of you who are new, for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Just want to show off my beautiful rose quartz aura crystal that I got in Sedona. So a little bit of magic for your day. Lovely rose quartz aura just to help brighten and lighten the energies. I do hope that this finds you doing well. And if not, I hope that this time together is able to uplift you, uplift us all. I think we could use it, huh? So, again, if this is your first time joining us, just as a note, there will be a part 2 to this reading. If you're interested, it starts only at $1.11, okay? I believe it goes up to $10.10 or whatnot, but whatever you feel called to, I guess you could say, donate or add in there to get to the part 2, the extension, you are welcome to, okay? So, as I continue to shuffle the cards here, I invite you to take a moment to breathe deeply in through your nose for a count of 4. And if you'd like, you can hold that at the top for a count of 4, but simply exhale, release, again for a count of 4. Taking at least 3 to 4 deep, soothing, cleansing, healing breaths, grounding breaths. I also invite you, sorry about that, but I also invite you, as you breathe in, to set any goals, any intentions that you'd like to set for our time together today, any areas that you'd like some guidance on. And as you exhale, cleansing, clearing, purifying, releasing, giving thanks, gratitude, appreciation to your higher self, yourself, your ancestors, ancient lineages, angels and archangels, Mother Earth, Father Sky, God, Source, Creator, Spirit, Light, your higher power. Okay? So here we go. Let's see what we see. And by the way, if you have not seen my all signs zodiac reading, I know it's a little bit dated, but the messages there are timeless, so I invite you to check it out. If you go to my profile, you will find it. Look at that, the Lovers card already showing up here. I was asking Spirit, I'm like, do I keep this out or do we go back and put it back in the deck? But I feel like we're leaving this one out to the Lovers. This is an energy of next levels, of reaching new heights. This is an energy, it's a very expansive energy, okay? I'm hearing something about multiplying energy. And aside from the unification aspect, a lot of what the focus is here, okay? And just as a reminder, we've got the full moon, the Taurus full moon energy, and we also have Saturn going direct, okay? I believe that's on the 15th. And so that's going to bring a lot of alleviation to any stress or strain that you've been under. And as a reminder, we do have the Pluto energy from being in Capricorn going into Aquarius, and that hits on November 19th. If you haven't heard me say it enough, I'm saying it again and again because that will sort of help us through any very difficult, challenging, karmic energies especially, okay? So again, getting back to this Lover's energy, your feminine and masculine aspects are beginning to not only align, but I'm hearing this energy of graduating. You're graduating from any of the pendulum swing type, sensations. Anywhere, we've got the scales of balance that are just going up and down and up and down. Things are finally starting to merge. So when it comes to your own sense of soul alignment, okay? When it comes to relationships, when it comes to clarity with your career, this is something that I realize, you may be wanting or calling in. But again, like going back to even this angelic figure here in the image, you are being divinely guided. You are being watched over. There is an energy of peace, of harmony that's going to be coming through, or at least that's been trying, right, to come through. I feel like there's some integration. There may be a desire to travel, to move or relocate. That may be coming up if that's not something that you're already contemplating. Okay, and even as I see this 7 of Swords energy with that deception card, and the thing that we remember with the 7 of Swords, not everything is as it seems. There may be some energies or some information lurking beneath the surface that we're not aware of yet. So you may need to backtrack. You may need to do things undercover, for example. So if you do have a really great idea, if there's something that you really have your heart set on, your sights set on, or let's just say you are starting to feel that shift in the energy, in the air for the positive. Maybe you are starting to feel a bit more clear and confident about your connections, about, again, your own sense of alignment within yourself. And when I say that, when I say your own sense of alignment in yourself, what I mean by that is not feeling so affected or at least reactive to the external. Okay, so where you may have been feeling a lot of tension around you and unable to really shield up, like maybe you've been trying to shield up, but you just haven't been able to. All right, this Lover's energy is here to say, like, you're finding your grip, you're finding your foothold in terms of, again, understanding who you are on a core level, what you want, and how that, it's unique, your own uniqueness, separating you from the collective, for example, and not in a negative way, but in a way where, again, you can sort of be clear about who you are, what you want, what you're feeling, what's going on just within yourself. Okay, so having this Seven of Swords card here, it's, again, there's this energy of maybe needing to fly under the radar. You might need to be going back and forth on some things. So just make sure I'm getting like this energy of things potentially being incomplete. Okay, and so don't be too in a rush to hit a finish line if there is, or look for the finish line. All right, again, I'm just present to this energy that there are some things under the surface that are still clearing. For example, I do remember, I think this is a stag, now that I'm, a bit more aware. Oops, forgive me. I've been trying to be more conscientious of just saying what these decks are. So this is the Star Tarot, and for any of you interested, any and all of the decks that I use, you can find in my Amazon storefront, and you can find my Amazon storefront by going to my profile on YouTube. Okay. But getting back to this Seven of Swords, this stag, look at those beautiful, the antlers, right? This very proud and regal stag. But in the reflection, that's not what the stag sees. The stag may have a sort of skewed perception of the self and still sort of be thinking of the self as maybe incapable, or I guess, the word weak is coming to mind. I feel like that may be more about either isolation, maybe not feeling supported, maybe feeling very vulnerable, but not recognizing your own power, your own strength. Okay, so that's something that Spirit wants you to really focus on, is seeing your own strength and being aware of really who you are, not just, just the thoughts that may be clouding your perception, your ability to see, and then therefore, step into, that sense of self, that sense of power. Okay, and additionally, what I'm also getting on just an offshoot, those of you who are maybe single and wanting to single and ready to mingle, or just wondering about love. Okay, I do feel that as we continue to move through these powerful gateways of energy, again, Saturn going direct, it's been in retrograde, but it's going direct on the 15th. And then that, the full moon in Taurus. And again, we have, I think, another, like, Mercury retrograde, like, just around the corner, all of these things. So there might be some people from your past, lovers from the past, relationships from the past that are going to be coming back around again. Okay. And that's not just for this next 7 to 10 days, or, what I usually say, like 1 to 4 weeks or whatnot. That's the potentiality. I feel like, again, these readings, I did not mention this in the beginning, but these readings are timeless. Okay, and so it could be that it could be from now to like the end of the year, or even just whenever this happens to circle back to you, or if this is the first time that you're seeing it. Okay, so there are some things from the past, and look at that, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups. So yes, some very positive, heart healing, purification energies, but energies of celebration. And so if you are seeing this, this session, this reading before or during the holidays, that may be a very significant time where you can at least experience some lightheartedness, some new beginnings, some fresh starts in terms of just the feeling aspect, clearing the slate. Okay, and it's almost like starting over again in a bright and positive way, in an uplifting sort of way. Okay, so let's just keep this energy flowing here. Look at that. The three. We saw the Three of Cups, and now we have that three here with the Empress. So three may be significant. I actually saw 10:01 on my timer as I was saying that. So for those of you who are interested in looking up the angel numbers, I invite you to do that. But we've got this Empress energy. Okay, so you're recognizing, or at least Spirit again wants you to recognize your own potential, where you stand in your power, the fact that you have much more power, ability, capability to affect your own reality and maybe even the reality of others than you realize. The Empress is a reminder that we manifest through attraction, through simply standing in who we are, okay? This Empress energy is all about abundance, prosperity, wealth, comfort, and creature comforts in the home space. So I do feel that this is a nod to really make your house a home if you haven't been already. And if you have, this is just a validation, all right? I feel that this is also a message to turn your attention, turn your focus and awareness to not only the good that you are surrounded by, but also the fact that you've manifested this good. You are the co-creator behind the good that's surrounding you, okay? And that's another piece. Look at what you are surrounded by. Be present to the beauty. Be present to the possibilities. Be present to the richness of your life. Even if you feel or just have been going, feeling lack or going through sort of just a very heavy or dark sort of moment. Remember, we have this Seven of Swords, so the perception is a little bit altered right now. And it could be just because this is the mental, right? It's just the clarity and the mindset, and just maybe over, in some cases, being a little bit narrow or tunnel vision, or just not really seeing all of what's there, but fixating on the minor imperfections or just what's going, not working, right? And so the Empress is here to remind you that there's so much more going for you than maybe you're giving yourself credit for, maybe that you even realize, okay? There is this feeling of connection to nature. And so, if you haven't done so in a moment, this is also a nod to get out and connect with nature, connect with the plants, the trees, the wildlife, if you're able to. One of those things where they say, do a little bit of earthing, grounding, standing barefoot on a patch of grass or whatever is available to you. Would be safe, Look at that, the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. So this divine feminine energy of wealth and richness, abundance, again, creature comforts, comfort in the home space, comfort when it comes to the material realm. There may also be an emphasis on your health, on your actual, just how you've been feeling physically. This should be a positive energy, okay? I'm being drawn, there's these red apples here. I believe this is supposed to symbolize, I could be wrong, but wheat or something. But my point is, I think these are lemons. I could be wrong. If they're not lemons, they're going to be yellow apples. But then there's other apples here. There's a lot of these apples. Apples are magical. Okay, they're symbolic of fertility, I believe. It's symbolic of abundance, because we look to when you cut the apple in half, there's the seeds, and when you cut it in a different, if you cut it in half in a different way, it's the shape of a star. And we've got these stars here. We've got again that figure of the angelic energy here. And so you are definitely being guided by the divine. Okay, you're definitely what's the word? Receptive, not just receptive to, but you're like this living antenna to energy that's going on around you. So part of it with this deception energy or deception card or Seven of Swords is to be aware that even if you can't see it, you are receiving the energies that we're moving through right now. You're getting a lot of downloads, okay? And so that may be I'm just being drawn to that deer that's sleeping, resting in that Queen of Pentacles in her arms, in her embrace. And so that just made me think of, you might need some rest. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit tired, even though okay, I have a lot to do. I got to just keep things going. But really just honor your rest. Honor the slowing down of things. This Queen of Pentacles is also, just an indication of not just the abundance, but focusing on your future security, your future stability, your future generations in terms of wealth. And again, I not to sound repetitive, but I'm just like with that security foundations. Oh my gosh, gathering. Okay, you have more than enough to make it through, is what I'm hearing. And I got a card here that fell off to the side. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. I know a lot of people kind of just ignore the cards that fall to the floor, but I won't do that. We've got the Four of Pentacles reversed, and so you might be feeling a little bit insecure, clinging to the earthly. And what did I say about foundations and security? You may be feeling a bit unstable. One thing that I will say, because I know that, I don't know if you celebrate or not. It's okay if you don't, and I don't want to offend anyone if you definitely don't celebrate the holidays. But this is a nod to just be mindful of your stability, of your spending, I wanted to say. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to spend it all, and I'm not saying, oh, you're going to end up in dire straits. Not that at all. But I feel that this is more about even though you're going to be okay financially, even though you're going to be okay in terms of just, again, foundations and stability, there may be some things, your foundation may be in a bit of upheaval, or you may be feeling that way, or maybe both. You may not be feeling very secure with your resources, your finances, or maybe even your own physical health, physicality. But this is telling me, like, just have that awareness, okay? That, and we'll see the other cards that are coming through here. But in the end, everything will work out. And so let's just affirm that everything always works out. Okay, no matter what, in the end, everything always works out in my favor, on my behalf. The universe is a friendly place and we are supported, okay? So maybe you may not be feeling, very supported, but these cards here with the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, is telling me that you are. Just don't put yourself, see that go flying off there? Don't put yourself into a difficult position, okay? There may be moments when you're wanting to just like rush into something, or maybe you just from stress or whatever might feel a little bit spend happy. And so this Four of Pentacles is saying really just mind your budget, and try at the same time, try not to be too clingy or focus too much on what is not. Try not to focus too much on lack. Try not to focus too much on scarcity, okay? Because that may come up. All right. Let's see what else we see here. Look at that. I love it when we have cards that pop out and then we see them showing up again. So we've got this Three of Cups energy. So yeah, like I said earlier, those celebrations that are going to be coming through. I want you to remember something, okay? You can still have a very lovely time without needing to spend money. You can still enjoy life. You can still enjoy gatherings, get-togethers, your friends and so forth without having to spend money, or at least not having to spend a whole lot of money. All right, so I don't know why, but this is just a message that's coming through. So let me know in the comments if this is for you, even if you just want to drop a little emoji or whatever the case may be. And by the way, sorry to put this out to say this, but please do, if any of this resonates and really speaks to you, go ahead and give this video a like and let me know. And if you are not subscribed, your subscription would be very much appreciated. And thank you immensely to those who have been subscribed and have been following, have been liking, have been commenting. Thank you. I value you. Excuse me. But let's get back to this Three of Cups energy. There's a lot of things. Oh man, there's too many cards here. I'm going to just stick with the World, but I will give us a little bit of insight to the other energies that popped out, because who knows? In the extension, these other cards may reappear, as they sometimes do. Okay, so we've got this Three of Cups, the World. This is, I feel like Spirit is saying you will have a lot to be thankful for. Not that you don't already know it, and not that you aren't already expressing that gratitude and thanks. But there is a lot to focus on in terms of the joys in life, the little things that do bring you joy. So focus also on your surroundings, the friends that you have as well, and reach out. If you have been kind of keeping to yourself, because that Four of Pentacles, like, oh, you know what I mean? I feel like you're ready to come out of that, though, with it in reverse as well. I feel like you're ready to reach out. I feel like you're ready to share in on good times, good conversations. I feel like you're ready to be supported. if you don't have like, no, go to those one or two close friends, confidants, family members who you really know that you can lean on, who you know have your best interests at heart. Not only that, but they know how to just balance with the give and the take, the giving and the receiving here. Okay, I love that we also have this world energy. I mean, we got beautiful cards coming through with the lover. I mean, even with they're all beautiful, quite frankly. But you know, considering just the current situation in terms of collectively how things have been so tumultuous, these energies feel very beneficial. They feel supportive. It feels like we're moving in a positive direction here. And you know, there's these different aspects and layers of yourself in terms of comfort with yourself, in terms of, you know, when we see the world energy, it is about major cycles, you know, major cycles. So I feel that this is reflecting to, as I mentioned earlier, the Saturn retrograde, to the Pluto going into Capricorn, to even the full moon. Full moon is a cycle, obviously, you know. I feel like this could also deal with the karmic cycle. So Spirit's saying, you know, look back at how far you've come, at least like the 1 year mark. Like look back at yourself and your life this time last year and just see, you know, how have you evolved? What in your life has changed? What in your life has shifted? And it doesn't, you know, for some there may maybe have been some hardships and that sort of thing that have been really straining, you know, but I feel like even if for yourself you're feeling a little less victorious or a little less positive and optimistic than where things were at this time last year, that's where Spirit is saying go to those who really can bring you a sense of comfort and camaraderie, because they're there for you. Look at, we've got this 3 of Cups, right? We've got this 3 energy with the Empress. And even in this World card, there are multiplications of 3 with the moths, the eggs, and these, the turtles here. Actually, there's 4 moths. What am I talking about? Sorry, y'all. Okay, but we've got even the 3 hummingbirds. So there's something here with that trifecta of energy as well. This being here who's got some wings, this feminine figure, but it's more asexual, let's just be real. It's a feminine energy. The Spirit's like, it's a feminine energy. The eggs are symbolic of new life, okay? And things, the energy is going to be multiplying. You have more than one opportunity to experience abundance, to experience happiness, to experience fulfillment. Oh, I see. Thank you, Spirit. It's like a dove wrapping its wings around the individual, which is a feminine individual, traditionally speaking anyway. But the world that this figure is holding in the palm of her hands, think of yourself in that way, you know, think of yourself in that space of just the abundance. And, you know, I mentioned that with the Empress, even here with the Empress, this sort of aspect of being pregnant here. There's something here with definitely new life that's being nurtured. So whatever it is that you're moving through right now or focusing on, just realize that this is definitely going to be planting the seeds for what happens this time next year. Okay? So think about where you were at this time last year. See, you know, and realize in terms of where you are and who you are, what you've been through, what you've learned, how you've grown, evolved, and that sort of thing. And then try to project and say, okay, you know, if I visualize myself, my life, my circumstances this time next year, where do I project that energy? And I feel like if you can gather with, you know, those friends, a friend or two, again, who you know have you that those kindred spirits, those 3 hearts, I love it, and just all of it here. Gosh, and I'm being drawn to the stars, like so much symbolism. I love this deck coming through. Okay, I did promise that I was going to show these cards real quick, but look, the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the Princess of Cups, the 9 of Wands. So there's a lot that you've got going for you. Even though with the 9 of Wands, it can be a little bit exhausting. It's taking it with a grain of salt. Is that what it is? Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. You've got a lot working for you. You've got a lot to reflect back on. So try to just alleviate things. Look at things from a sense of childlike wonder. Okay, this 2 of Wands, even again, the world's in the palm of your hands. There's a lot to look forward to, but let's try to focus on the here and the now, not jumping too far ahead of ourselves. Let's try to focus on our projections for just maybe the month ahead or the next 2 months, okay? Maybe not for the next whole year. Like, yes, I know I said think about where you are now, where you were last year, and then maybe sort of projecting, not as a plan, but just say, okay, this time next year, and just like those affirmations or whatnot in terms of what you want to see for yourself, okay? And I do realize, by the way, that full moons are all about releasing, so work with that as it speaks to you. But like I said, these readings are timeless. So I'm going to put that back into the deck here. And we're going to shift gears and look into our animal spirit guide cards. Okay. And, by the way, don't hesitate. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Giving a like to this video, you're totally anonymous. I don't even know who is liking these videos or not, so don't be shy if it resonates, okay? And the other thing that I was going to say is if there's a stronger difference for you or whatnot, sorry if I'm kind of mixing up my words, but what I mean to say is I know not everyone really wants like a longer reading. So if for you, like you get more from like a shorter reading, or if you like the way that this has been flowing, let me know, okay? Because I'll do my best to adjust accordingly, but usually I just let spirit take the wheel. So so thanks for just rolling with me on that. Look at that. I've been talking about the eggs. I think even in our last reading we got cosmic eggs, so another egg here. This is big, okay? We're getting these seeds of development, of prosperity, new life. My gosh, I love this. I love these animal spirit cards. Sorry, I don't want to cover up that Queen of Pentacles, her face or anything, so I'm gonna just move these for argument's sake just a little bit. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully we can still see it in the image here. But yeah, that black egg. Let's open up to black egg here. I feel like, when I see this energy of black egg, I may not have anything to do with the description, but I'm present to like, I don't know if you've ever heard of like those 1,000-year-old eggs where they ferment them or something like that. But I feel also this energy of perseverance and preservation. Here we go. So black egg, speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. Okay, so the black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly, which I'm not doing now. We're drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? Yeah. When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. So the black egg relates with the fifth chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. Sorry about the mispronunciation. The ancient sages saw this center as a hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. So if you're in one of those positions, or if that's part of your repertoire in terms of how you see yourself, a writer, an editor, a musician, a teacher, this may especially speak to you. I find it very interesting and significant that we pulled the black egg card and we have deception here, the Three of Cups, and the World, because it spoke to the expressions of the world, not being a gossip, which sometimes the Three of Cups can be. Now, if it's positive gossip, if it's good gossip, like catching up with friends and just sharing in what's going on in your life, nothing wrong with that, right? But it's about speaking from the truth. And that also, I've got to say, right, is part of the energy with Aquarius. It's all, and not just Aquarius, not just, speaking the truth, but that expression, right? That throat chakra energy. And I'm being drawn to, like, in these images with the Empress, is pearls, I think it's a rosary or pearls around her neck. And then this one, she's got those flowers and vines around the throat, so there's something also about protecting your voice. And when you do speak only what is true, what is real, what is authentic and aligned for you. Because it's, what they say, right? With speaking as spelling, right? And that's what you're putting out there into the universe. So you don't want to put out ineffective or untrue spells, or just not to kind of use that word, but just you don't want to put anything out there that might not be true, because that's what you are going to be attracting. That's what you're going to be nurturing. Okay, just to keep that in mind. All right, so as a reminder, when we go into the part 2, the extension, you can find the link in the comments. I'll have it pinned there, or in the description box in this video. Otherwise, you can simply visit kapualani.com/extensions. I'm going to be doing another spread of cards just to look deeper into these energies and just kind of cover a bit more timing and what you can expect, maybe what you're not seeing, more guidance in that regard. And as always, we're going to do some angel answers as well. So for those who have a yes/no question that you might be interested in asking, we will pull cards for that as well. So I want to thank you so much again for being here. Thank you for your time, your energy. We're just going to close things out with a tone. And I will see you in part 2 in the extension. Thank you so much.